Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and finally the NBA is back, and it's felt like an eternity, but basketball is back on, and I'm going to be covering the NBA opening night that is going to be happening today, and two blockbuster games are going to be happening. The first game is going to be the Houston Rockets versus the OKC Thunder, and the second game is going to be the Golden State Warriors versus the LA Lakers. So let's get into it. The first matchup I'm going to be talking about is the Houston Rockets versus the OKC Thunder, and in my opinion this is a very intriguing matchup. Obviously OKC, they just won the NBA championship, and the Houston Rockets, they just got Kevin Durant in order to win the NBA championship. So in my eyes, both of these teams are true contenders for the NBA championship in the Western Conference. So in terms of the matchup, it's going to be really interesting to watch. And also, Kevin Durant is coming back to OKC, and whenever KD comes back to OKC, the atmosphere is always high, it's always intense, and the fans are going to be up for it. So it's going to be a brilliant game. I'm going to be talking about the OKC Thunder's path to win this game. First of all, you let Shai be Shai. Shai's the MVP, the reigning finals MVP. He's had one of the greatest individual seasons of all time. It's comparable to Michael Jordan. That's how good Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was last season. So you just let Shai be Shai. But the main guy I want to talk about is Chet Holmgren. He needs to establish himself on both sides. Defensively, I've got no doubt about this. He's got great length, good athleticism, switchable, can block shots, can be a rim protector. But offensively, he needs to take a step up, and he needs to be more aggressive and efficient, especially due to the fact that their second option, Jalen Williams, is out. So he needs to establish himself offensively. In terms of the OKC Thunder as a whole, continue playing great defense. Play with physicality as well on both sides of the floor, because the Houston Rockets, they're going to be a massive team, and if you really think about it, the OKC Thunder, they're quite undersized compared to the Houston Rockets. So to compensate for this, you have to play with more physicality. And in my opinion, Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren, they need to limit their matchups. Hartenstein needs to keep Sengun quiet, and Chet needs to limit Kevin Durant. And my final point is, the others need to step up. The other role players. I'm talking about Cason Wallace. I'm talking about Lou Dort. I'm talking about Alex Caruso, and etc. Those guys need to step up offensively, especially with J-Dub out. Up next is the Houston Rockets' path to win. First of all, they're going to be playing a big starting lineup of Amen Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith, Sengun, and Adams. This is an absolutely massive starting lineup. Personally, for me, I would have rather played Tari Eason instead of Adams, but I think the Houston Rockets got the right idea. For them to succeed in the Western Conference and for them to make a deep run in the playoffs, they need to take advantage of their size. Hence the reason why they're playing such massive starting lineups. Some of the things they need to exploit is the rebounding. They've got the size advantage over the OKC Thunder, so they need to crash the glass. In terms of stopping the OKC Thunder, you either take Shai away or you take the supporting cast away. Shai is unstoppable, so the best idea is to take the supporting cast away. And in my opinion, defensively, I think the Houston Rockets should full court press. The Rockets have to full court press. We saw what the Indiana Pacers did to the OKC Thunder in the NBA Finals. They applied pressure onto Shai, they full court pressed, and they denied Shai of the ball. Make someone else beat you. And the Houston Rockets, they've got the perfect personnel to do this, especially in Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson needs to take that matchup personally, full court press Shai, deny Shai the ball, and make his life as difficult as possible. And another point offensively I want to make is that KD, Sengun, and Jabari Smith, they need to mismatch hunt and take advantage offensively, because they've got the size advantage over the OKC Thunder's defenders, especially guys like Caruso, Cason Wallace, Shai, Lou Dort. So you need to take advantage and score on them. And finally, I think Amen Thompson, he needs to push the pace and be aggressive. Play in transition. Take advantage of the numbers advantage that you're going to have when Amen Thompson gets downhill. Play make. Get to the paint as much as possible. Apply pressure onto OKC's defense. This is why Amen Thompson is going to play at the point guard. At 6'7", he can handle the ball. He can penetrate the paint. He can make plays for others. He can grab the rebound and push the pace. Amen Thompson needs to be aggressive for this Houston Rockets offense to work. The next game I'm going to be talking about is the Warriors versus the Lakers. Both of these teams have had a rivalry for quite a long time, so it's going to be a very exciting game to watch. Unfortunately, LeBron James is injured, so he's not going to be available for this particular game, which is disappointing. But I think the Lakers have enough stars. You've got Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, DeAndre Ayton. The Warriors, their main pieces are Steph, Draymond and Jimmy Butler. So it's going to be a battle of the stars. There's going to be a lot of quality in this game, and it's going to be a great game to watch. The Lakers' path to win. There is no LeBron, so Luka needs to be ultra aggressive when it comes to scoring and playmaking. With no LeBron as well, Austin Reeves is going to be the second option of this team, so he needs to be aggressive too. DeAndre Ayton, he needs to establish himself in that paint. And I know this is very hard for a guy like DeAndre Ayton with his mentality, but this is an absolute must in this game because the Golden State Warriors, they don't really have too much size in the interior. So DeAndre Ayton needs to establish himself, and if he does, it opens up the game for the rest of his teammates. And the final point is that Marcus Smart needs to be on Steph Curry. This Lakers team barely has any good defenders. Vanderbilt is decent, but offensively he's a bit stagnant. But Smart, he can fill the role. He needs to chase Steph over screens. He needs to guard Steph in isolations, and it's going to be a difficult task, but Smart needs to take that challenge. And for the Golden State Warriors' path to win, you have to let Steph Curry be Steph Curry. He is one of the greatest players of all time. He is Golden State's system. He's going to run around a lot. You have to chase him. And Draymond, he's going to be the quarterback, and he's going to find Steph in three-point situations, in layup situations, in all different types of situations. Steph is unstoppable, one of the greatest players of all time. You let Steph Curry be Steph Curry. And also, play the normal system, right? Steph is the focal point of the offense, but Steph can also be used as a decoy for the role players to cut into easy situations and get easy buckets. So keep playing Golden State style of basketball. In my opinion, Draymond Green's defense is going to be massive, especially to contain a guy like DeAndre Ayton, and he might be switched onto the guards like Luka and Austin Reeves. So defensively, he's going to have a massive impact. And the final guy I want to talk about is Jimmy Butler. I know when Jimmy Butler came to the Golden State Warriors, he had a lot of positive impact and made them into one of the best teams in the NBA. He fixed a lot of their issues such as rim pressure and getting to the free throw line. But Jimmy Butler needs to be more aggressive. Because last year in the playoffs, when Steph Curry wasn't there, Jimmy Butler was not aggressive whatsoever. And he tried playing into the system too much. But you are Jimmy Butler. You need to find your spots to be aggressive, and you have to be aggressive for this team to be successful. Now we're at the end of the video. Here are my final thoughts. I'm just so excited to watch NBA basketball again. It's felt like an eternity since I've watched NBA basketball, and I'm pretty sure you guys have felt the same too. I feel like the Western Conference is as stacked as ever. There's so many talented teams, and the East, it's so wide open that teams are going to take advantage and they're going to take their opportunity. So all in all, I think this is going to be a very intriguing NBA season. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and peace.